Hey everybody, I'm Russo, and I do a little work here and there. You are watching Raconteur Weekly, and this week we're talking about Mario Kart, or really not Mario Kart, but yeah, still Mario Kart, as this is a fusion of the Mario Kart, and I guess now Asmodee's Formula D, which is a racing board game. Maybe you've played it, maybe you haven't, but yeah, you saw the logo, Wii steering wheel and all, and this is the one track that I put together. It is Mario Circuit 2 from the Super Nintendo, and yeah, it's alright. Or, alright for a vector. It could be scaled, so there's that. And I've got a link in the description to the latest version of it, which again is like 2 years old. You can use standard Formula D rules, but it's not a super exciting track, as you are never going to go that fast. Lots of one-stop corners and two-stop corners. But there are some interesting additions here, such as the red portions of the corners, which, yes, could just be wide corners, but the sort of work-in-progress Mario Kart house rules they had going counted those as +1 corners. So if you look at the info block next to one of the corners, you've got the number of stops and a star, then you got an L and an S for longest and shortest path, and then when there's a red section, a +1 with a longest path. So the point in that is sort of twofold, in that it A, penalizes you for going into the outside lanes, or being pushed, I suppose, into the outside lanes, and B, it adds a bit of strategy for power sliding, which is a whole thing. I mean, it's pretty complicated, but I'm not worried about that right now. It's another video for another time. Other than that, it's pretty standard until you get to the jump, which, again, is nothing crazy, since you can just treat it like a tunnel, or any other jump that's been in Formula D, I guess. I'm pretty sure there have been jumps. But, if you want to be crazy, you could also add a boost to that, and make people's lives a little hectic when they land and have to stop in that next corner. So yeah, link to that in the description. Yeah, it's DeviantArt, but come on, give me a break. What you're looking for there, coincidentally, is the download link, which should mention something about 7200 by 7200, and it might say it's a PNG. In my browser, it does this weird thing where you click on it and it opens the whole page in a new window, but then when you click on it a second time, it does open the full-size image. So yeah, 7200 squared at 300 dpi makes it 2 feet by 2 feet. And I have made a prototype of this. Granted, it's packed away at the moment, and if you'd like to do that, well, you can. You will have to work out printing it on multiple sheets with whatever setup you have, and, lots of setups, so I doubt I'll be able to help with that. But I can help with the backing material. What I used was Wilton 12 by 12 inch cake platters. They come in a package of 5, and you will need 4. And I will warn you that while they say they are 12 inch by 12 inch, sometimes they aren't all exactly the same. Or, in fact, some of them aren't quite square. So you'll have to watch out for that, but hopefully wherever you go, they'll have enough packages of these that you can pick and choose and find something that'll work out for you. But yeah, I went to Walmart, got the Wilton cake platters, and they worked out for me. All you gotta do is peel off the silver bits that are on there, because you don't need those, and tape the platters together on both sides before gluing on your prints. Of course, that's a bit of a process. And depending on your printer, it might not look that great when it's done. I know mine doesn't look perfect, though it is totally usable. So I've been looking into finding a local print shop that can make me a vinyl copy. I think it would be nice to roll a bunch of these up and keep them in a tube, or, something like that. Also, coincidentally, I did make some tiny cars, but I was never quite happy with the patterns, and these cars are really small, and while they do look alright, I was having a little trouble in prototyping making 8 of them all look different. Here you got the Mario and Luigi, and some of the other ones are pretty easy. Brown for Donkey Kong, pink for Peach, yellow for Wario. But then what do you do for Yoshi? A different green? So yeah, these are alright, but if I go back to this, I will probably try to figure out something different for the carts. So yeah, lots of issues with that, especially considering the scale. I would like to bring the characters into that a little bit, but, making a tiny cart is hard enough, so I don't know about putting their heads on the things. But yeah, I got a comment on a blog that I forgot I had, so I thought this stuff was worth digging up. That being said, I'm working on a bit of a ramble on the topic for sometime next week, so if you thought this was interesting, maybe stay tuned. If not, what are you doing here? Get lost. Find something you like. Or not. It's up to you. But until next time, you've been watching Raconteur Weekly on Russo Works, and I'm Russo. Out.